The Stoics, an ancient school of philosophy, believed that true strength lies not in conquering external forces, but in mastering our own emotions. In today's world, this wisdom is more relevant than ever. Have you ever felt drained by negativity after interacting with someone toxic? Toxic people can disrupt our mental well-being, leaving us frustrated and powerless. But what if there were practical strategies to navigate these difficult dynamics? In this video, we'll explore 13 Stoic-inspired ideas to help you handle toxic people with compassion, grace, and resilience. By the end, you'll have a toolbox of Stoic wisdom to protect your emotional well-being. So, take a deep breath, and let's begin. 1. Identifying and understanding the toxic threat. Imagine yourself as a guard at the entrance of your personal citadel. Your inner tranquility, physical health, and emotional safety. Awareness is your first line of defense. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that it's not events that upset us but our judgments about them. Toxic people thrive on negativity, manipulation, and drama. Recognizing their patterns, constant criticism, deceit, or emotional vampirism helps you stay detached and in control. To fortify your walls, like Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who ruled with wisdom and discipline, you must strengthen your emotional boundaries. Toxic people test limits, so clearly define what behavior you will and won't tolerate. Communicate these boundaries firmly yet respectfully if someone crosses them. Reinforce your stance without guilt. Boundaries aren't about punishment, they're about self-preservation. 3. Become uninteresting to the emotional barbarian. Some toxic individuals crave drama and emotional reactions. The Grey Rock method, inspired by Stoic indifference, involves becoming emotionally unreactive like a smooth, unremarkable stone. Respond neutrally. Avoid engagement and starve them of the attention they seek. Over time, they'll lose interest when they realize they can't provoke you. 4. The broken record technique. Manipulants love derailing conversations. The Stoic approach: repeat your stance calmly and persistently like a broken record. This method, rooted in Epictetus' teachings on freedom, prevents them from dragging you into emotional chaos. Stay firm, and they'll eventually retreat. 5. Don't take the bait. Toxic people dangle insults, guilt trips, or provocations, hoping for a reaction. Stoic indifference means detaching emotionally, not out of apathy, but to preserve your peace. Recognize their tactics, refuse to engage, and let their negativity dissolve without affecting you. 6. The art of the non-reaction. Silence is a powerful weapon. When faced with verbal attacks, respond with quiet composure, as Marcus Aurelius advised. True strength lies in self-mastery, not in winning arguments. Your calm non-reaction disarms them and protects your inner balance. 7. Limit your exposure. Stoicism teaches focusing only on what you can control, including how much time you spend with toxic people. Minimize interactions where possible, if avoidance isn't feasible, like with coworkers or family. Practice emotional detachment, cognitive reframing, viewing their behavior as a reflection of their issues, not yours, helps maintain perspective. 8. Build your support system. Even the strongest warriors need allies. Surround yourself with virtuous, uplifting people who reinforce your resilience. Stoics like Seneca emphasize the importance of community. A strong support system acts as a buffer against toxicity, reminding you of your worth and strength. 9. Prioritize self-care. Dealing with toxicity is draining. Replenish your energy through activities that bring joy: exercise, meditation, or time in nature. Stoics valued self-discipline, not self-neglect. By prioritizing well-being, you fortify yourself against emotional attacks. 10. Remember, it's not about you. Toxic behavior stems from the other person's insecurities, not your flaws. The Stoic concept of prosocial mindful detachment helps you observe their actions objectively, without taking them personally. Their negativity is their burden, don't carry it for them. 11. Don't try to fix them. Stoicism focuses on controlling what's yours, your reactions, not others' choices. Trying to change a toxic person is futile. Accept that their growth is their responsibility. Lead by example, but don't exhaust yourself in the process. 12. When to walk away. Sometimes the Stoic choice is to leave if a relationship consistently undermines your peace. Distancing yourself isn't defeat, it's wisdom. As Seneca said, life is too precious to waste in toxic dynamics. Walking away preserves your integrity and well-being. 13. Forgive yourself. Holding on to resentment only harms you. Stoic forgiveness isn't about excusing bad behavior, but freeing yourself from emotional baggage. Let go of anger, Focus on the present and move forward with a lighter heart. By applying these Stoic principles, you transform from a victim of toxicity into a guardian of your own peace. Remember, a life free from negativity is worth fighting for. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more insights on mental resilience. Stay strong, stay stoic.
2. When someone betrays you. Betrayal is personal. It doesn't just sting, it shakes your foundation. It usually comes from someone you let close. And when it happens, your instinct is to demand answers. You want to scream, "How could you do this? Don't you realize what you've done?" But the harsh truth is this. Most people who betray you have already justified it in their minds. Some don't even see their actions as wrong. Others know and simply do not care. The more you chase clarity, the more you reopen your own wounds. Because betrayal is never about closure, it's about power. And if you react, if you plead, if you chase, you give them exactly what they want: your energy. Let me tell you about Sarah. She had a best friend for over 10 years. They shared everything: dreams, secrets, victories. Until one day, she discovered that this friend had betrayed her. Out of jealousy, insecurity, maybe even boredom, Sarah wanted revenge. She wanted to confront, but she didn't. She chose silence. She walked away. No speech, no explosion, just absence. And it worked. Her friend expected a storm, but got silence. And that silence became heavier than any argument, because silence echoes. It haunts. Seneca once wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." So what should you do when you are betrayed? Accept the truth. The person you trusted is no longer the person you thought they were. Don't waste your breath. You don't owe your pain to someone who already threw it away. Exit quietly. Silence forces them to sit with their actions alone. Because silence after betrayal isn't weakness. It's clarity. It's dignity. It's your way of saying, "You had access to me, and you lost it." 3. When they insult you, insults are cheap. That's why the insecure rely on them. Sarcasm, passive aggression, public jabs, they're not expressions of truth. They're bids for control. And here's the dangerous part. The moment you respond, you validate them. Even if you win the argument, you've lost the frame, because now you're playing their game. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Let that sink in. Let's take David. He earned a hard-won promotion. At the office celebration, a bitter coworker said loudly, "I guess they're giving promotions to just anyone now." Everyone turned to see David's reaction. And David? He didn't say a word. No eye roll, no smirk, just a calm smile and silence. That moment, he didn't just win the room, he won the war. Because silence starves attention. And nothing frustrates an insulter more than being ignored. When you're insulted, see the trap. It's not about truth, it's about power. Let your stillness be your shield. Unshaken peace is louder than any words. Hold your frame. Confidence doesn't bark, it stands. 4. When they play the victim. Some people aren't interested in resolution. They want control. And the most powerful way to control a narrative? Play the victim. They remove their part in the conflict. They cry, twist facts, and make you look like the aggressor. And when you defend yourself, it only confirms their performance. This isn't a conversation, it's theater. And if you engage, you become a character in their script. Epictetus said, "To complain is always non-productive and never appropriate." Rachel worked with a manipulator who cried victim anytime she was called out. Rachel tried facts, calm explanations, but every time she looked like the bad guy. So she changed. She stopped defending. She let silence speak. And over time, everyone saw the truth. The same emotional script, the same chaos. Eventually, masks fall, and silence helps them slip. When someone plays the victim, don't defend, let their performance collapse. Detach, observe, don't absorb, trust time. Patterns always expose motives. 5. When you're being taken for granted. Sometimes there's no betrayal, no insult, no dramatic moment, just neglect. They stop noticing you. You become expected, not appreciated, background noise. And the more effort you give, the more invisible you become. The cruel irony? People don't value what's always available. They value what they fear losing. Jake was the dependable one, the friend who always called, the coworker who remembered your birthday. Until one day, he stopped. No complaints, no speeches, just stopped. And that's when he saw it clearly. Some people noticed, some didn't. And that was all the clarity he needed. Seneca reminds us, time discovers truth. Sometimes that truth is who values you and who only used you. When you're overlooked, stop chasing. Your silence is more powerful than your effort. Let your absence speak. It echoes in empty rooms. Watch who shows up. Real ones don't need reminders. 6. When someone keeps provoking you. There are people who live off of your emotional energy. They poke, they prod, not to argue, but to control. Because when you flinch, when you lash out, when you justify, they're in control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. That's your strength. Adam had a coworker who was always vague, passive-aggressive, always stirring the pot. At first, Adam argued. It drained him. One day, he stopped. The next insult? He smiled, nodded, stayed silent. The provoker didn't know what to do, because without fuel, fire dies. When provoked, recognize patterns. This isn't personal, it's strategy. Hold your posture. Calm is power. Starve their fire. Silence is the extinguisher. 7. When they regret losing you, eventually they remember. After they ignored you, took you for granted, assumed you'd always be there, they wake up and they miss you. But by then, it's too late, because if someone only sees your worth after you've left, they never truly valued you when it counted. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Olivia gave everything to her partner, time, love, loyalty. He got used to it. Until one day, she walked, calmly, without drama. And weeks later, he realized what he lost. But Olivia, she was already free. And her silence, that was her strength. When regret comes knocking, don't open the door, make them feel the silence. Don't explain, let the weight of their actions hit without cushion. Don't go back. You don't owe your peace to someone who once ignored your presence. Final message. You don't need to fight to win. You don't need to scream to be heard. You don't need to explain to prove you're right. In a world obsessed with noise, silence is power. Silence is how the wise speak. It's how the strong respond. It's how the self-mastered win. Because when you say nothing, you don't give up. You give space for time, truth, and karma to do their work. So the next time someone lies, betrays, insults, provokes, or regrets, don't respond. Don't defend. Don't perform. Just observe. Let silence echo. Let karma speak. And if this message resonates with your soul, subscribe to Think Stoic 101, where wisdom is quiet, strength is subtle, and every word matters.